are talking about the dynamics of learning when it comes to the new normal. What is that about? We are going to get into it, don't worry. And Just No Issues at Hand is a type of program where you, our viewer, gets the chance to participate. So you can send us a WhatsApp message on 0787447684, 0787447684. We want to hear your questions or queries or comments on our discussion today. Now, when it comes to the dynamics of learning in the new normal, we are going to have this wonderful conversation with two professors from ISBAT University, one of them being Professor Robert and Professor Pradeep. You are welcome to Issues at Hand.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We are so delighted to interact with our wonderful audience and our viewers of this channel, because through this channel, actually very good human being values and the ethical values, moral values, not only the scripts related to the different contents, but how to being a person responsible for the human being and society, those are also shared. So thank you so very much. We are so delighted, and thank you for inviting us for the talk. Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for accepting our invitation. And I'll start with you. Now, we hear that ISBAT University is at the top of HEIEs. What is the unique proposition when it comes to ISBAT University?
This is actually, I will start with that ISBAT University started its journey from 2006. And year on year, the university achieved different milestones in academics and the different kind of activities related to the students' development. In 2016, the university became actually an degree awarding university by the NCHE. And in 2019 itself, just in a record time of 3 years, the university became a chartered university. So the unique propositions when we talk about that the university is having, it's a student-driven university, student-centric university and mission-driven university, where the main focus is given on outcome-based education. So when we talk about the outcome-based education, the meaning of that is that the teacher is focusing on not on its training. The focus is given that how much the student is having a demonstrable skills to perform certain tasks. So the teaching excellence is measured with the student's demonstrable skills, that if the student is able to perform certain tasks, teaching is good. It is not about that, okay, a teacher says that I have finished my class and my lecture is over. No. So the focus is that if student is able to perform what was the objectives of the session, that is the one. Then other thing is that the university is offering its courses from two different campuses at the moment. One is the main campus, that is the at Lagogo bypass, and another campus which is called the city campus, that is at Antebbe Road at Condor Plaza. So when we talk about the unique propositions, then one thing is like outcome-based education, then blended learning. The blended learning is very much unique model, because when we talk about blended, it's a combination of traditional mode of face-to-face teaching learning as well as a combination of online. So both things when we mixed up means with the best of the benefits of both kind of teaching learning methodology, then it becomes a blend. And other things are the universities having focused on internationalization of the curriculum, internationalization of faculty, and international accreditations. Like I said, that university became accredited in 2016 and 2019 got the chartered status. Apart from that, the university is also focusing on that how the degree can be recognized and well accepted across the world. Because the student who are studying in ISBAT, the aim is that they should become a global citizen, so that the university is accredited by the major things like from UK, US, Europe, like we have the affiliation and the partnership with UCAM University of Spain. And all of our management program students, we have a different unique exchange program also for faculty and students, that they come here in Uganda and our student goes in Spain. And then also we have like accreditation with the IACBE, that is International Accreditation Council for Business Education of United States. And ISBE is an organization which is the world leader in business accreditation, business education accreditation, and it is approved by the Ministry of Education in United States. So it means if somebody is studying from ISBAT, their courses are actually approved in US and all other countries. Other thing is the unique propositions that the university is also a member of Association of Commonwealth Universities. So it means all the Commonwealth countries also the university degree is approved and students can take easy transfer to any other country for their higher progression of learning or for job placements. Apart from that, the university is having more focused on STEM courses and development of ICT infrastructure, because whatever the courses you are learning, is it related with the computers or management, economics or health science, IT is one of the area, one of the field which is into all areas, all covering of all corners of the life. So the focus is given on the holistic development of the students. So that is what I will say that the unique propositions, some of the unique propositions of ISBAT.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Pradeep. Maybe just to also add on what Doctor has said, ISBAT University is a home of students from over 23 countries, and also faculties. The lecturers come from different nations. Like for me, I am a Kenyan, and I'm lecturing at ISBAT University. There are so many other lecturers who are drawn from different countries, and this has made ISBAT a home of many students from different countries here and there.
Oh, wow, fantastic. One of the things, Professor Pradeep, you spoke about is outcome-based education. Can you give us a few practical examples about how that is happening at ISBAT University?
Yes, exactly. Like I give you one example that I remember that few days back when I was visiting to zoo at Entebbe. Then I saw one of my friend was there who was trying to teach French to a lion. Then I was surprised that I asked my friend that how it is possible that you can train a lion to speak in French. Then my friend said, you know, what I'm saying is I'm teaching to lion how to speak French, but I'm not saying that lion can perform actual speaking in French or not. So that is what it happens, that when it is not outcome based. The example of outcome based is, suppose if I'm teaching my students that how to work on strategical management or strategic plan or financial management, and the outcome based learning is after my session, if students are able to perform, they are able to create a strategic plan, then the teaching is successful. That is the outcome of learning. So the outcome of learning is measured by different kind of assessments, which are like direct assessments, indirect assessments, and students are checked with thorough measurements that whatever is delivered by the teacher through theory and practical, students are able to perform and show back the outcome, that it is mapping with what was the objective of the session and the outcome. If these two things are mapped, that is the success of education, that is outcome based.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Now, Professor Robert, I have heard that it's possible for students on admission to get scholarships. Is this true?
Yes, that is very true. Apart from the holistic development of students that we offer at ISBAT University, there is also a policy within which we allow some bursaries and scholarship to students here and there. And there are various types of scholarship or bursaries that we offer at ISBAT University. And we came to this realization because not all students are equal. Although each one of them is seeking to get an education, some are challenged here and there. So we introduced some various scholarships, and one of them is what we call the merit scholarship. You'll find that some students in their schools, they have achieved very good results, maybe in the A level. They are willing and desiring to do some degree or some higher education qualification, but we find that they are not able to pay that fee, but they have the right qualification. So we always come in and support them by giving them a waiver or a 50% scholarship so that they're able to pursue their education. Other than that, also, there are those students who are talented. And talent is an issue at ISBAT. We love students who are talented. We have those who can sing very well. We have those who can do sports, like they can play table tennis very well, football, athletics, and various other activities. So what we do at ISBAT, once we prove that surely this is a talent, then we take them up and sponsor them for their education. Then there are also those...
it's very interesting that you mentioned that, because I seldom have seen universities or schools in Uganda where they include scholarships for singing and other talents apart from sports. So that is very wonderful.
Yes. If you look at the students, that, for example, those whom we have sponsored, the latest one was a student who joined us, and she was very talented in music. That was last year. In fact, during our graduation ceremony, we had to let her even perform during our graduation ceremony. So such, we always put them on our scholarship. Then there are those, for example, you have joined us, you are doing a course, and you have your brother or your sister who also wants to come on board. And because it's your sibling, we will not charge them full fees. We'll give them some scholarship because of you. And then also, there are those who are our alumni. They have passed through our university and they have graduated, and now they are bringing their brothers or their children to ISBAT. Once they mention that they were alumni, then we take them on and give them a scholarship. Not only that, we also have a scholarship for corporates. For example, if we got 5 staff from Family TV coming to do a course, for example, in our multimedia department, we will give you a discount as a corporate. And also, we don't forget those that are physically challenged. We also offer them some scholarship.
So there is no excuse whatsoever. All the opportunities for getting scholarship and learning are there, and that's what we talk about. That's why we say it's the dynamics of learning, which is the new normal of learning, that you can get certain kinds of scholarships that can enable you to ensure that you get an education. But on the subject of ensuring, how do you as ISBAT University ensure the sustainability of quality and the value propositions?
Okay, thank you. Now, at ISBAT University, first and foremost, we pay attention to our vision and our mission. We are all set to follow what we have put forth as our vision and mission. And because of that, also, as Dr. Pradeep has said, we focus on STEM programs. When we talk about STEM programs, that is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And these are programs that are sought after by many people. And we have put various systems in place so that our quality does not go down. Instead, we keep improving every day. Now, we have also a philosophy that also drives us. We are passionate about empowering lives of these young people, and we know that as a university we have to keep moving up and not going down, and this is always ensured by the framework that we have for quality assurance. We have a fully fledged Department of Quality Assurance, and they check how we set our exams, how we teach, how we interact with students in various ways. There is a quality assurance framework that is put in place that will ensure that we keep improving and will not go down.
And Professor Pradeep, going back to the discussion of outcome-based learning, I hear a lot of conversations on a holistic and outcome-based education, and you've already touched on some of that. So I want to ask you furthermore on that. What are some of the attributes of outcome-based education when it comes to ISBAT University?
Okay, thank you. It's really a very good question. Actually, when we talk about the holistic and outcome-based education, the meaning of holistic is that covering the overall development of the student Overall development, when we talk about, then it means the student should have a person who wants to succeed in business or job or any area, not only in professional life but also in the personal life. So the development focus is given that how a student can perform not only on technical skills but also with the soft skills like communication skills, then leadership skills, then critical thinking skills, and there are so many things with regional building, analytical decision taking. So it is important that holistic development, the student should be able to perform very good in class, in lab, in sports, in different other extracurricular and co-curricular activity as well. Students should have a good skills and competencies for group discussions, debates, and thinking out of the box, so that when the person actually after the course going in actual arena of the life, that is the job or business, in that time person normally finds that what they were studying in schools or colleges is not exactly the same in the life. It's very much different, because the life is always interacting with lots of questions, lots of problems. So the study which is done for the holistic development and outcome based development, that is based on different kind of innovative teaching and learning methodology, that students are given like problem based education, so that rather than giving a chapter like chapter number 1, these are the topics, and showing some kind of slides or handouts, the students are given in the class that this is the problem in a corporate or in a business, and then students are given more emphasis that how they can solve that problem through various discussions, and then the teacher adds on the value that how you can do the things. So from the beginning itself, the focus is given that on problem based education, project based education, and experiential learning, that is learning by doing, experiencing. So that these are the main things, and of course there are the focuses on the learning on multi disciplinary things, like if somebody is doing for engineering, the person should have the core focus on the engineering skills, but besides the core subjects, the student also are given like good knowledge and practical knowledge on other areas as well. So that because if somebody is an engineer, but apart from a good engineer, person should also become that how to become a good human being, good and social values, like God-fearing things, that the person should not become something bad to anybody else. The person should be a good sportsman. The person should have a good team building spirit and leadership skills. So the overall holistic development and outcome based education, students are very much emphasized that, and students engagement activities are given through various clubs and committees activities. Students are part of that. Every student is supposed to be a part of at least one club activity, so that based on their own choice, that either they want, like Dr. Robert explained, that talent and all these things. So everybody is having their unique talent. So it is important that students should join either a sports club with different kind of sports, indoor or outdoor sports. We have all the facilities, or the singing, dancing, music, or billiards, pool, or whatever that hobby or club, or maybe debate competition, writing competitions. So student is supposed to take part in every activity, and through our curriculum and our engagement of students, we ensure that students should be engaged actively in various activities, and then those activities are monitored by the supervisory activities of the teachers, so that students can get an actual outcome based learning. That is what we always try to focus on. And also one thing is very important, that it is not possible, we understand, that for any person to be a student, a part of the college for the whole life. College life is important, but in this college life it is now very important to understand, learn how to learn, so that once a person learns how to learn in future, that is called lifelong learning or self-based learning, so that students can become independent and see the pattern which actually helps the students to grow in all the time to comes. and definitely to keep concentrating on morals and ethics, good human being in professional and personal, to be a good with family members, to be a responsible citizen, and like taking care of all aspects. That is all about the holistic and outcome based learning.
Professor Robert, do you have anything to add to that, especially when it comes to the importance of holistic education? Because in many institutions we see that the focus is in classroom, but like Professor Pradeep has mentioned, there's an importance for you whilst you're a student of engineering and your focus is on engineering, you can also develop other skills, whether it comes to writing, when it comes to sports, and is that important for students of our generation?
Thank you. Just to add on what Dr. Pradeep has explained at length, outcome-based learning is very important, and I think it is the new way in which every institution should go. Because there are various institutions. I was talking to one graduate of a certain university, which I may not name. She was doing a course in IT. She finished the course and she told us she has never seen inside a computer. And this is someone who has graduated with an IT degree. That is very alarming, and it is dangerous to our future employers, because you will employ this person. This person has never seen inside a computer, has never done any assigned duties or practicals at school. They cannot develop anything, and they are the ones that we are hoping they are going to work for our industries. That can be very dangerous to our industry. So this outcome-based learning is important. And for us, what we do at ISBAT, especially, we have mentioned that we concentrate on our practical courses, technological courses, mathematics courses, the engineering courses. You'll find that a lecturer will give an assignment and ensure that at the end of that assignment, the student must complete it and produce it and demonstrate what he has achieved or she has achieved. And if you come to our university, you will find that we even have days where we are exhibiting the innovations that have been done by the students. Recently we had an innovation day. We invited the minister to come, and he was surprised to see what our students can be able to come out with. So we really support outcome-based learning, and we hope that every other institution can go by that.
And you mentioned there that there is a lot of development when it comes to science courses and programs at the university. But for me, coming from this conversation, because we have seen in Uganda, there's right now an imbalance. It seems like a lot of focus has been put on sciences, and those who do arts have been forgotten. So what can you say as to the arts courses that are offered at ISBAT University? Are those programs also cherished? They put a lot of emphasis on, and can those students who are going to do arts courses also receive the same in support as the science students?
Okay, now at ISBAT University, we have not only the IT faculty, we also have the engineering faculty. We have the School of Business and Commerce, which I'm in charge of. In that school, we offer some courses which are also very marketable, like the Bachelor of Science in Applied Economics. Economics and mathematics is not far from each other. They are almost the same. So other than economics, we also offer the Bachelor of Commerce, then the Bachelor of Business Administration in International Marketing and International Business, and of course, our grand course of the Master of Business Administration. Now in these courses also, we don't teach like these other universities. By the time a student finishes a undergraduate degree, they must come up with a project and defend that project before a panel, before they can be able to graduate. Our master's program, when we have, the master's program takes 2 years. When someone is in the third semester heading to the final one, they also have to do a project. Finish it in the fourth semester, defend that project before they can graduate. So it is all both in our science programs and also in our business programs.
Wow, fantastic.
Oh, one thing more.
Yes.
Yes, I would really like to love to add something more. That as Dr. Robert said, that the learning is not completed unless the student can demonstrate through its projects, through its own work, that how the students can perform better. So the students' projects actually starts from the second last semester itself. Like suppose somebody is doing a program of 3 years, then there are 6 semesters, six months. So the project work starts for that from fifth semester onwards. And somebody like doing a master's degree of 2 years, which is actually comprising of 4 semesters. So the project starts from third semester itself. So students, when they are starting on project, then the project is totally a guided project. Students are not left that okay, whatever you have learned so far, now implement through this problem. It is not done like that. So students are given proper guidelines by the teacher. There is a project mentor, that is the faculty of that subject expert. So students, what they have learned, and in the remaining part of remaining 1 year, what the student is supposed to learn, teacher is given a complete set of like milestones, what to achieve in the project, what will be the main title is discussed with the students, so that it should match with the interest of the students and with the technology what they have learned. And then there should be clearly defined objectives of the project, that how this project is going to be benefited to the society and nation. Because if they are doing some project which is just for a fun, which is not helping somebody in solving some problem, then project is not of use. So always our emphasis is that this project should be related to the benefiting someone, the society or country or corporates. And there are different milestone responsibilities. And in a project, we take that either the students can do it alone, or otherwise it's always better if they are doing in a group. The group should not be 3 to 4 people. And everybody should have a clearly defined contribution, that what they will be involved in the project. And then every time, like in every fixed duration of small intervals, they are assessed and they are guided that what they are doing, how to change. And for entire 1 year, more in classes of other subjects which are remaining subjects of the last 1 year, they learn all that and they implement. So what happens when they end the project, they are coming up with an actual outcome of their learning, and which is actually saleable or demonstrable to the market. And we are also focusing that what is the result is coming up, that should be converted as a form of their research, because research is very, very important. And it should come out as a research publication. So the student should get benefit, and the society should get the outcome of the benefit of that research, and nation will definitely grow. So
Fantastic.
These are some of the things.
Wow, fantastic. And he has mentioned some of the courses that are offered there, but Professor Pradeep, what other programs are offered at ISBAT University, and how are these programs different from the ones that are offered at other institutions?
Okay, that's wonderful. That actually I would say that ISBAT University is having a number of courses, and those courses programs basically are offered through Faculty of Studies. So we have 4 Faculty of Studies in ISBAT University at the moment. That first we have the Faculty of Information and Communication Technology and Faculty of Engineering. Then we have Faculty of Business and Commerce and Faculty of Health Sciences. So when I talk about the first one, the Faculty of ICT, Information and Communication Technology, through ICT, the university offers various bachelor's and master's level program. Like for example, like BSc in VFX, animation, graphics, multimedia. Then also we have like bachelor's degree of a BSc AIT, Applied Information Technology. Then we have the degree on different like MSc IT and other courses like a Bachelor of Science in Network and Cyber Forensic. So network cyber science or cyber forensic is one of the very niche area, and I believe that all organizations in the world, they want to secure their networks, because the data is very, very important, and no organization wants illegal or unwanted penetration into their network system. So that is one of the course which is the Bachelor of Science, that is in networking and cyber security, where the student learn, and we are having a very good state of the art cyber vault, which was also regulated by the Honorable Minister of the Information and Broadcasting. And through that cyber vault lab, we train students for the ethical hacking. Hacking is actually illegal, is not correct. But ethical hacking talks about that how a student can learn to save a network. So different companies, banks, organizations, they hire ethical hackers, the professionals, IT professionals, who can test their system vulnerability, that how much they are actually prone or they are sensitive, can somebody hack from outside or not, and how to make the system robust and strong with the different firewall securities. So if I talk about the ICT courses, the courses of all kind of ICT, whether it is related to the all dreams of IT or managerial science and network security, graphics, sounds. So it's not necessary that the person who is coming to computers need to be a very serious of studies. Somebody who likes like radio jockey or some kind of music lover or creation of animations, cartoons, like people see Jurassic Park. So various characters which are imaginary characters. So how to create with the help of virtual and augmented realities, all those things are there in the faculty of ICT at bachelor's level and master level. Then similarly, when I talk about the engineering, the university is offering like Bachelor of Engineering in Electronic and Communication Engineering, then bachelor's degree in Engineering of Computer Science Engineering. And then when we talk about, like Dr. Robert mentioned, that in Business and Commerce, we offer like a Bachelor of Business Administration in International Business, International Marketing. Then we have Applied Economics. So always the university is focusing, rather than learning a normal skill, focusing on applied skills. Because one way of learning is how you learn a skill like economics or IT. But how these are actually it become applicable in the industry or market, that is very much focused. And then also we have like MBA in different areas, in general MBA also, and with various specializations. Then we have like the faculty of public health. So in public health, which is one of the very emerging area, and especially in fact the COVID has taught all around the world that the public health is very, very important. And Uganda also needs the experts in this area. And I'm very feeling proud to share with you that Honorable Anifa Kavuya, the Honorable Minister of the State for the Health, she launched the two programs in ISBAT, that is the Bachelor of Medical Information Imaging Technology and Bachelor of Medical Laboratory Technologies. So these two programs are highly employable, and the need of the hour that people should learn that how to create the good facilities. Because I was reading a report in stats from the Statistical Bureau that in the country lots of deaths are happening, and because of like the medical facilities are limited and the people are not trained, most of that. Because if the facilities are available, our honorable ministers are doing their best to make the things improve and making the life good. That's really appreciable. But same time, people also need to aware themselves that how to be skilled to use those equipments and use those imaging technology, laboratory technologies, because these are highly employable courses. And people need to learn that how to get advances of ICT, engineering, business and commerce, and health sciences. And also we have the Master of Public Health with different specializations. So these are some of the programs which the university is offering through the Faculty of Studies. And the motto of the university is empowering lives. This is all through the education. Empowering lives, empowering youth, empowering Uganda, and empowering Africa. Because if the youth is empowered, then only the country can grow. If the youth is empowered with the right education, which is a globally accepted education, globally benchmark curriculum, with experienced and sufficient number of faculty members, where the exposure is given to the students in the country with the whole world, and the degree makes students capable to bring the internationalization to Uganda, and Uganda become international. All over the world, students can work and they can use their competencies, then they are welcomed. Their degrees are accepted, recognized. So that is the main focus. And also the focus
Professor Pradeep, we are talking about the dynamics of a new normal. What does that mean, and what does it mean when it comes to the dynamics of a new normal at ISBAT University?
Yeah, actually the new normal term was established or came out in picture during the time of COVID pandemic. So because what the life normally was going on, it was all just abruptly stopped, and the life was changed for the whole world. So the new normal came that the people should be IT enabled, the people should be able to perform tasks from anywhere, anytime, wherever location they are. So the new normal came that how the life is continuing, even there is a pandemic break, social distancing, curfews on the road, people cannot move out, but still the life doesn't stop because their expenditures, their requirements, everything goes continue. So that the new normal became that similarly, like in every business, you notice that wherever in the world, some people who are not IT enabled, like some sales or productions or different kind of business units, who are not IT enabled, they got badly affected. And lots of people, like in tourism also, in manufacturing, textiles, so many business were shut down within like 1 month time, because how to pay salaries to the staff, how to make their own daily requirements matching. So the new normal became that all those businesses can survive further who are IT enabled. So that was the new normal. Similarly, in the education, when we talk about the educational paradigm in new normal, the education where the universities or higher education institutions or schools who were focusing on only on face-to-face learning, like they were not having their like online system or ODL system or blended system, so they could not manage their studies. And because they were only on face-to-face, and during the pandemic everything was stopped, so that was the requirement for the health situation. So the new normal in education became where the university or an institution is capable to perform the new dynamics through face-to-face as well as through ODL or blended learning. So that is the new normal.
Do you have anything to add to that, Professor
Okay,
Robert?
thank you very much. Yes, when there was a problem in 2020, that one, everybody in Uganda knows what happened. And that was a dark moment for many institutions. Many of them closed down. Many jobs were lost. Students lost time in studying here and there from other universities. But one thing I would like to say, way back in 2016, at ISBAT University, we developed an ERP system. We never knew that one day there will be a lockdown. And we continued working on the same, and in 2018, we established a learning management system and presented it to National Council for Higher Education, and it was accredited. At that point, our students started the blended learning, where a student can be able to access materials from wherever in the world where they are, and they can also be able to interact with the lecturer. Now, when 2020 came and there was a lockdown, what happened in ISBAT? We never closed down. What we did is just to switch to the LMS, where notes were available on the portal. We could make a schedule, and the lecturer could be able to speak to his students from wherever they were. And we went on teaching, and in fact, we were allowed by National Council to even conduct an examination online because of the various facilities that were enabled in our LMS. And for ISBAT University, we didn't lose any semester for every student. We didn't close down. We went on teaching online until face-to-face was reintroduced. And even when we talk about the new normal, today we cannot say that something else will not happen. if COVID-19 came, another time, another pandemic may come. But ISBAT University, we are prepared, and most institutions should start thinking in that direction. Like now what we are doing, as Dr. Pradeep has said, we are offering blended learning. If students feel that they still want to have more time with the lecturer, at whatever time, we can be able to interact with them through the blended learning and be able to conduct even a class online from anywhere today. And what we think, the days that are coming ahead of us, the new normal will be the blended learning, including even in schools and even universities.
Yeah, one thing more, sorry, I would like to add that I remember when in 2020, like Dr. Robert mentioned, that when the pandemic penetrated in the whole world, similarly in Uganda also everything was closed down to save for the pandemic purpose. So what ISBAT did, that the university realized that okay, we already have got already before well in advance our online system and blended learning system through learning management system was already prepared. But then at that time the university realized that although the university was prepared, but there are so many students who were struggling for the internet because they could not buy the internet data, and majority of students majority were having their internet like mobile phones, smartphones or gadgets, but still there were a lot of numbers who did not have the mobile phones or laptops or internet gadgets. So how to cope up, continue their studies? So our chairman took a very good decision that the university bought a bulk data from the internet service providers and distributed to our students free of cost so that they can continue their studies, and also bought a number of gadgets, smart devices, and distributed freely to so many students so that wherever they are not having any facility, they can continue their studies, because the focus of education is not limited to all those who are cubed with very high money or like who can afford. So the university also taken care for those students during the pandemic, like who could not afford the internet or the gadgets. The university distributed free of cost to those students, and the internet data was provided to all students and for the study purpose, so that their study can be continued. And we are really happy that no student lost their any academic education or any evaluation their degree during the COVID pandemic also. So the university is fully prepared for that time also, and we definitely pray Almighty that there should not be any further pandemic should come. But you know, the world is going on its own speed. Scientific experiments are happening different countries, and we don't know if anything, by God forbid, anything happens. But we all need to be prepared. ISBAT is very much prepared. That is the new normal.
And so on that hybrid blended learning system, what are its advantages, especially vis-a-vis universities who have only online do education online?
Right. It's a very valid question, because normally what people think that online is hybrid means online, so it is not exactly the same thing. Like if I explain that there was one system which is called traditional teaching learning system, where the teachers are in the boardroom or classroom, they are explaining the theory and students are doing practical theory things together in one room. But the online system is where the machine is totally replacing a teacher, and they don't need teacher. Everything contains, like only we have the PowerPoint slides or some kind of learning material available like PDF files. Students can download and read by their own, and if they have any doubt, they need to send through SMS or WhatsApp a questions list to their teachers, and teacher is explaining back. That is a normal online system. But hybrid system is very much different from the online system, because it's a blend of both. So what in the hybrid system says, that suppose in one semester we have 5 courses to cover, 5 subjects. So the study material of video sessions, video tutorials, then PowerPoint slides and e-material, audio files, so many files are available to the students portal in advance. so that students can study before coming to the class, and when they are coming reading a session before coming to the class, they can definitely understand some things, and still they will have so many doubts because they are trying to prepare by their own in advance coming to the class. So when a student is getting all material before coming to the class, making a list of questions that what to ask, then when they come next day to the class doesn't become a session for a spoon feeding that teacher is showing something first time. So the students feel that something already they have studied about this chapter, and they prepare a list of questions, so that 60 minutes of their study becomes actually a discussion room, rather than just a teacher is showing something first time and students are keep writing their notes that what this chapter is all about, because they cannot understand, so many doubts will remain in their mind. So the hybrid is very much different from online, because hybrid is not replacing the faculty, not replacing the manpower, because technical person is very much required. A computer cannot read the emotions of a student. A computer cannot understand when a same lecture is going on for 1 hour. Then the computer cannot recognize that which is a weak student or which is the very advanced students who has learned so fast, because learning speed of everyone cannot be same. So some students need more example, more explanation, more time. But in online, it's a machine. Just it's giving the same session to all, whether people are understanding or not. But with blended, what is happening, when everything is recorded, students can read again and again before coming to the class, and then they are not only available online, teacher is physically also accessible, so that they are coming and asking doubts. So that session becomes a kind of advanced learning, which is called deeper learning or machine learning. So not learning from machine only, but going to the advanced learning, taking the advantage of the skills. Always how much you can learn, I will definitely advise to our listeners or our viewers that when a student is learning something, it is not dependent only on a teacher that how good the teacher can teach. It is also dependent on a student that how more and more questions you can ask from your teacher. Give it 10, 20, 30, 50 questions every day to your teachers, because learning by questions, by problem solving, by critical thinking is very, very important. And if you are just keeping silent in the class, teacher is coming, teaching, ending up the session and saying, okay students, next day we will do the next chapter, students are again coming blank in the class, they will not be successful. So blended learning is very much different from the online learning.
Wow, that's amazing, and that's good advice to us as to every student out there. And very finally, unfortunately, time keeps getting hold of us, even when we're having such wonderful conversations. Finally, is there any other important advice, the both of you, that you'd like to give any student who is thinking about getting a university education?
Okay, so first, if I just take some few points in that my advice to the students who are looking for a university to take admission, my sincere advice is that first of all, see your passions and skills. Don't go to any university just because that some of your friends are going or somebody is advising you to go. Don't do that. First of all, look your passion. Look your skills, that what you are good at. Look your hobbies. Because if we are following our passion, our hobbies, that what we are good at. Suppose somebody likes always to work in accounts. I will not advise that person to go in deeper into IT. Learn IT, which is important for the accounts. Don't go much into the other area. If somebody is good in creation of arts, drawings, artistic work, better that person should go in information like animation, graphics, visual effects, those area. So always first advice is that follow your passion and your interest, because career is available in every area, but you need to get expertise in one of the area where your passion or hobby is related with, number one. Number two is, when we go for looking for some university, always see that the university's credentials, that how good the university is recognized, accredited in the country and above the country, outside the country also. Because if any university is not a chartered university by the National Council for Higher Education, definitely the degree will be questionable, because the degree will not have any value if it is not accredited or chartered by the NCHE. That is very, very important. Then also the students should look at that what kind of outcome based education they are getting, that are they getting the outcome based education in that university, or they are just the teacher is coming and completing the sessions, and how they are checking their students can demonstrate back to their learning or not, the university's degree is internationally accepted or not. Because I remember we have different students, when one student was coming from different nationality, then they are asked that okay, we need to get so much of equivalence of the educational certificate, because at different, like they need to be equated with the UVTAB or NCHE. So this is a requirement that when you go for the higher education. But if you are studying with a university where the degree is internationally accredited, then the degree is globally accepted. So the accreditations and the facilities, level of teaching, these are very, very important things.
Definitely.
Okay, just to add on one more on what Dr. Pradeep has said. Also, many employers today are looking for an employee who has skills. So you must look for particular skills when you are doing or choosing a course that you want to do. Thank you.
Wonderful. And last and very last but not least indeed is, how can one apply for an admission to ISBAT University?
Okay, to apply at ISBAT University, I will advise that, as already I discussed, that we have two campuses. One is the main campus at Logogo Bypass, Kampala, and another is at Entebbe Road, at near to Centenary Bank, that is Conrad Plaza building. So to apply for any course, our city campus is basically offering the courses related with the diploma and certificates. So I will advise that some those professionals who are already working in corporates or who are already professionals, they don't have time to go for 2 years or 3 years. They definitely should come to our city campus. And we have professional courses which are approved by the various respective governing bodies in the country. So they can join either the certificate or a short-term program for like 2 weeks or 1 week or 1 month to 6 months. And if they are going, somebody wants to apply for a degree program, a bachelor's degree or master's degree, then that we are offering through our main campus. And to apply, what you can do, either you can come physically there, or you can come to the website, that is www.isbatuniversity.ac.ug, or you can give to our contact details. You will find everything there. So, and also one more thing, that we also provide a demo classes to our student. So students should not worry that how they are teaching, what they are talking, actually they are doing it or not. So they are most welcome. We have our open days also available for the admission. So they can, like one coming for the open day, they can ask our counselor that which is the open day. So we give a fee, like some free demonstrable classes also, where they are not supposed to pay any money. Come, join, see, experience, and then you feel that how ISBAT is different from others.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much, Professor Pradeep and Professor Robert, for telling us about the new learning and new normal when it comes to dynamic learning in our age today. And thank you for joining us on Issues at Hand today. If you want a university education that is good, that is outcome-based, that is profitable for your future, please apply to ISBAT University. Thank you so much for watching Issues at Hand today. Have yourself a blessed time indeed, and God richly bless you.